Hi everyone, welcome back to another video here on Eurovisionhaus. My name is Fábio. Today my special guest is Rihards Bērziņš, the lead singer of the band Paper Planes, who are competing in Supernova 2026 Latvian national selection for the Eurovision Song Contest 2026. How are you doing?
I am very tired. I had to wake up very early for the last many days, and there's a lot happening, a lot of preparations, everything's happening, so a lot to do, but I'm happy and excited.
How are you feeling as we get closer to Supernova 2026?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm also worried because we have so many things happening, starting from like outfits, ending in like projections and screens and smoke and like the stage props. There's a lot of plans I want to do. I don't know if I'll be able to realize all of them.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
Hopefully.
So before we start, Richie, let's do some icebreaker games to lighten up the mood. So I thought it would be fun first to start with this or that. Simple pimple, I'll give you two options and you pick the one you'd prefer.
Perfect.
Okay, so the first one, studio or stage?
Stage.
Chaos or perfection?
Chaos.
Okay, that was fast. Text or voice message?
Oh man. Probably text.
YouTube or Netflix?
YouTube.
Pizza or sushi?
Sushi.
City life or quiet retreats?
Ooh, it really depends.
It depends on the mood.
Yeah, probably for me, city life.
Chocolate or cheese?
Damn, wait, this is not gonna be easy. I'm gonna go with cheese.
Okay, no chocolate for the rest of your life. Just cheese.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Summer or winter?
Summer.
Sunset or sunrise?
Neither.
Neither?
I want to
Okay.
sleep on those times. Probably sunset.
Okay. If you could steal one musical ability from any artist in the world, what would it be and why?
Damn. I don't know, man. I would probably say stage presence from Freddie Mercury.
Okay, you're not the first one to say that. So Freddie is like a...
Yeah, or the second one I would go with would be the vision and professionalism from Michael Jackson.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
To be more original.
Maybe a combo from both.
Yeah, those are my two of my biggest idols. The third one would be Adam Lambert for his vocal
Adam is
everything.
He's amazing. He is indeed. So, for those who don't know who Paper Planes are,
yeah,
for me it's easier just say Paper Planes.
Of course it is. Actually, we were originally I wanted to call the band Paper Planes, but the guys were like, "No, we're in Latvia. We should make the name in Latvian." I'm like, fine.
Okay.
So we stuck with the Latvian version. But yeah, it's Paper Planes. It's simple and easy.
How do I pronounce it correctly?
In Latvian?
Yeah.
Papīra Lidmašīnas.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Don't try.
Paper Planes.
Yeah, Paper Planes.
So for those discovering Paper Planes, who are you as a band?
Well, we are all family guys. We all have kids. We're all married. And we're all just guys who like to do music. We don't have like a specific, like, I know a lot of like nowadays people are like, "Oh, are you a cover band? Are you like an originalist band?" We're not. I'm like, no, we're a band and we play music. That's it. We're there to have fun. And as I like to call it, this industry, the music industry, is the industry of emotions, right? So we are here to give people emotions. That's what musicians and artists are for. Mm-hmm. So I focus more on that part of the oh, sorry, somebody's calling. I'm not going to answer. I focus more on the emotion part of the business rather than just, are you that musician or that musician? Or we're just there to have fun. We're there to entertain. And yeah, and we are all just five guys very different ages.
Okay.
But somehow we work together, and we're all very different genres that we come from, like backgrounds. Our drummer is an academical like drummer. He played like xylophones and marimbas and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Our bass player is like a heavy metal kind of guy. Our guitarist is an ethno music kind of guy. So we're all just from different worlds, but we kind of work together.
That's the beauty of it. That's
yeah.
the beauty. Yeah.
And actually comparing with other bands in Latvia and also not in Latvia, we've been playing for around 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And we only recently, only 4 or 5 years ago, started making our own music. And in these 10 years, nobody has left. We're all still having fun, and we're just a very tight like band. I know a lot of other bands change their members. Somebody leaves, somebody gets tired of things. We don't. We're just there to do music.
Yeah, some people change and they choose another path to go.
Of course, yeah. We've had some, like fights and arguments, like every relationship would.
Yeah.
But we're always like sticking together, and it's really, really fun all together.
And how did you guys meet? So you told me you are people from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
Countries, so
in the beginning, we were actually called a band. Our band's name was Countryside. It's a funny story because around 10 years ago, I wanted my first, like before my first kid was born or around that time, I started doing like, normal people jobs, you got to feed the family and everything. And I was like, no, man, I want to do music because I've been a singer since I was like a kid. And so I met these random people like I knew from other events and places, and I'm like, hey, I called them up like, hey, do you want to come like to a rehearsal and try out like playing something? And then for the first year and a half, we were just rehearsing, not really having any gigs, not playing anywhere, just rehearsing, partying, and stuff like that. Hanging around, exactly. And in the beginning, it was the 4 of us, and then the 5th, the piano player joined us later on and started kind of managing us a little bit more. So that's where everything kind of started. But yeah, we played one gig with country songs because I really love American country rock. Mm-hmm. It was a complete failure, and we never played country again. But yeah, it's all just trial and error. We just do something, it works, it doesn't. We have fun with it, and we experiment also with our songs. Maybe not with the Supernova song as much as our like other songs that we have made. But it's a very, very weird story. It's not like somebody like, oh man, join our band. I'm like, I called some people I thought it could be interesting that all of them didn't have anything else going on in their lives, and I was like, let's do this.
Sounds perfect. Yeah,
but exactly.
Why was it a failure, your country concert? Do you think that Latvian people didn't buy it?
We were in the beginning, we were very focused on just the cover band thing, right? Mm-hmm. And you have to be able to adapt to the audience. You have to be able to adapt like to the people and how they react to their genres and to their like everything. And we just realized that country rock is a beautiful genre, but it's not really popular here. Yeah. But there are a few people that do it, but it's not like a big thing. Of course, it's always going to be pop. And if you look at the covers, it's always going to be like ABBA, it's going to be Queen, it's going to be like the big grands. Country rock, country music don't really have those grands here in Europe.
Yeah, true. So would you say that what inspires you as a band is your different background?
Yeah, kind of. That's what gives it color, I would say. Because if you're all like very focused on like R&B, you're going to be like super tight R&B, but there's not going to be much of difference unless you're like really, really creative. So us having such different like personalities and backgrounds is what gives the band really, really unique color and sound.
Yeah, it's identity, would you say?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And why Supernova 2026? Why now?
Honestly, I had forgotten we applied.
Really?
Because like me and the piano player, we basically make everything, just the 2 of us. We tried working all of us together. It was a mess. So we just focus on just the two of us and like bring in somebody from the band if we need more assistance and things. But yeah, we had like big plans with next year and other collaborations with like huge Latvian like hip hop artists and stuff like that. We have songs in the making, an album in the making again. And there's a lot happening, and I kind of forgot we actually applied. We actually had 2 options for songs. We had another song that we wanted to admit, but when our piano player kind of sent me the demo for this one, I was like, I kind of hear very Robbie Williams-y something about that, and I was like, I can work with this. So we kind of recorded it in one evening. There wasn't a big like recording session. It basically took us, I think, like 2-3 hours of recording the vocals. The next day, the song was ready. We just submitted it, and we were like, all right, we're probably not going to get in because, you know, we're not very known here in Latvia. I mean, people know us, but not that much. So, yeah, it just kind of happened. Now we're just full on head dived in, planning and preparing everything. Because last time we were in Supernova 2 years ago, 2024, when Dons went from Latvia, we didn't have any time to prepare. They told us, all right, you got into Supernova. In a month, it's the live shows. And we're like, what? Yeah. There's no time to prepare.
Very short time.
This time we had much more time and much more vision. We have a very cool team, like stylists, designers, stage props. Basically want to build a stage on the stage. So there's things that I've thought of, hopefully they will realize. So what was your question again?
No, it's why Supernova? Why this year?
Yeah, it's a really good place to show yourself because like in Latvia we only have X Factor, and that's it. And X Factor is for new musicians, and also Supernova. At some point we only had Supernova. We didn't even have X Factor, and Supernova kind of became the show where Latvia would look for the new talents, which it shouldn't really be. You should you should send the best that you can from your country. So that's what Supernova and Eurovision should be, right? You send the best representative, not the young musicians. So yeah, we would never go to X Factor probably because we would never arrange our times and calendars and schedules to actually be there. But Supernova is something else, and I really like the international audience that it brings. Because I know in Portugal and in many European countries there is actually a big deficit of people with good English, and oftentimes when you listen to the national selection songs, like 90% of them have those accents to them, and it's kind of it's okay, but to me it's a bit frustrating. But yeah, it brings a lot of international audience, and I've always known we could go beyond the Latvian border, and this is just another drop in the cup that we're getting there.
I had one question, but first I have to ask you this: how do you feel that your music, your song, is being listened, all across Europe? Must be crazy.
I like it. Like for me, it's also about the songwriting because since we are in Latvia, we mostly release songs in Latvian because it's our being listened to here. And in English language, it's much easier to express in those songs. So you can put in like parties and monkeys and what we have in our song and stuff like that, which is cool. You can do something different, which you couldn't really do in the Latvian language. It's just every language has their own specifics. Again, what was your question?
How do you feel about people all around the world, especially in Europe, listening to your song?
It's amazing. I really like that because in this particular song, I put in very, very deep meanings, and I really hope at some point people will get it because like always, like what you hear is not always what's actually meant there. So even if the lyrics are very, very like up and bright and happy, actually the meaning behind it is quite deep and dark. Well, not dark, but like
there's some hidden messages.
Yeah, well, yeah. if we're starting to talk about the song, I'd love to explain it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my question. What's the story? What are you telling with your song for Supernova?
Yeah, so that is actually an amazing topic I came up with when I actually haven't seen the Robbie Williams Monkey movie yet. I've seen his Netflix, the documentary, which was amazing. Yeah, and you know, seeing these movies of like the Queen Bohemian Rhapsody movie, the Elton John movie, it kind of made me think and realize that there's the pressure that the big artists are under, right? So where all the drugs and, you know, like parties and everything comes in, it's really that the audience is basically who dictate our roads, how we evolve, right? So us as musicians, we can be like all powerful, you know, and like, you know, super famous, but still at the end of the day, the audience is who make or break the artist. And you can be, I don't know, like, for example, Justin Bieber, right? He was like on the top of everything, but the audience pressure just got him down. So basically, the song is about the savior that I sing about is the audience. The audience, you are my savior. So that's the whole idea, that you can, if you listen to the chorus, I'm just a monkey just jumping around on stage doing what you think I should be doing, right? Yeah. So it's a very delicate balance. Yeah, kind of, yeah. So it's a very delicate balance to hold on to your own truth and also be there for the audience and do what they expect you to be doing. So that's a lot of pressure on the artist. And the song is basically, in simple terms, it's meant for the audience to realize that the artists you listen to and support and everything else, you are the ones. The audience are the people who make that all possible, and they actually hold the power over our careers. Yeah. So that's a very weird topic.
It is. It's very interesting. Rihanna, in one of her interviews a couple of years ago, she told the interviewer that it's in a very young age, it's very hard for people to be on the spotlight, because the word no doesn't exist. So yeah, there's no boundaries, and sometimes you can't stop. You escalate, you know, very quickly.
I mean, look at Michael Jackson. He was a child megastar ever since he was a kid, and he had no childhood, and that's crazy to me. But he always loved his fans, and he always was like kind of humble and everything, just like Ed Sheeran. He knew where he comes from, and it's about like holding on to your own truth. Of course, the songs and the stories are the artists, but at the same time, like, all the power is in the hands of the audience, which is the saviors that we can be on stage. Yeah. So,
and what emotions do you hope the audience will feel while listening to your song?
Empowering, maybe like something fresh. It's not like a love song. It's not like, you know, like an angry song. I want to, like, you know, kill the world. It's just something fresh. And if you really, really like listen to it and like think about it more than just, you know, something's sounding in the background, it actually creates an impact, like on the person's mind, that more powerful and like more confident feeling that, yeah, we're all in this together, right? It's not artist and the audience. It's both of them together.
It's a combination of both, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. What about the staging? You told me that you wanted to sing on stage. What can you tell more?
I probably can't tell you anything because there's nothing been made yet. I only have like sketches and drawings. So we have sketches and drawings. We don't have we don't know if it's going to be technically possible. Okay. But like all I know is like the stage is going to be like not one size, but like the average diameter, like of the stage, the width is going to be 10 meters. So I wanted to build like a stage and a platform, which could be a cage, and drums on top. And then it's all like, that's plan A. There's also a plan B and a plan C if those don't work. So we're ready.
That's good.
Yeah.
To be ready. To be ready.
Yeah.
But what message do you want to spread to your fans who are following you during this journey?
Uh, I want to say thank you, because we don't have like a marketing and a budget team. It's just us doing everything, and just appreciating that people are so receptive and forthcoming with us. So first of all, I want to say thank you, because it's a fun ride so far, and we'd love to take everybody along with us. And the second one is, yeah, remember that like it's not just, you know, artists and you following them. It's actually you being the inspiration and the basis of who the artist is. So you hold more power than you actually think you do.
Applause. Thank you so much. So
Thank you,
I
man.
wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
The clock is ticking, so
Yeah.
you must go back to work.
Yeah, then there's Christmas and New Year's and everything.
It's crazy time.
It's crazy.
Thank you so much. Talk to
Thank
you
you, Fábio. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to add one more thing. I like talking a lot. About Supernova in general. You can put this in as well if you want. Is that there are two things I want to express for people also to take in account. Is that in Latvia for Supernova there were 126, I think, songs applied to the show, right? And what I wouldn't say worried, but I am just, I don't know, not confused that a lot of the songs that didn't get to the finals will never be heard, probably. And but because some of them don't release it because I didn't get in and blah, blah, blah. The problem is I can bet one of those songs could have been the winner of something, right? But it just didn't get the chance to shine. So I want to give a shout out to all the people who actually applied, maybe didn't get in their own country's national selections, because it doesn't mean the song is bad. It just means it's the jury, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, there's a lot of songs that just didn't get heard. I know from past years, there were many occasions. Actually, one year, a few years ago, there was this additional song in Latvia that the people could vote in the lives. And it turned out in the end getting the 4th place in Latvia. So it just shows that not always the jury has, chosen the perfect selection. So that's one thing to think about. What was the other thing? I forgot. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Was it about Supernova?
I really don't remember. Just completely blank.
Yeah, but I mean, this year.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. Cool. So the other thing was that this year, if you look back on the previous years, this year there's not one, favorite. Previous years we basically knew who already was gonna go, more or less, right? This year we really don't. It's really, really, really up to the show and the performance. And it's not going to be like, oh, we already know that person is going, right? We really, really have focus, and we have the drive to go because we see that we actually stand a chance to getting through. So it's a really good thing, actually, that this year there's no one like favorite person or artist that it's going to get voted for.
I mean, for me, it's like, I guess we never know. Last year, for me, it was between Citizeni and the Ludwig. And then, I mean,
well, actually,
I was happy, but I mean, for me, it was clear Citizeni or the Ludwig.
Yeah, well, about Citizeni and Ludwig, I was actually, well, you got to think that actually Eurovision and Supernova, it's maybe 10-15% is the song. Everything else is staging, how you present yourself, marketing, staging, just the team behind you. So for example, if Ludwig went, he had a really, really good song. To me, it also was the winner. The problem is he's very, very new. And if people from around Europe or the world would just Google the Ludwig, they wouldn't find anything, probably. But for example, Tautumētis, who went last year, they are a very, very big Latvian export music product. They've been touring around China, Japan, America. They are known. They have like a very, very solid structure for, you know, export, as you would call it in music.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds stupid to say that in like, you know, as an artist, but it is. So they have a very big team. Just like 2 years ago, Donzo went when we just got to the finals. Also, like, I'm happy he went and we didn't, because he has a huge team of Universal behind him and stuff like that. So it's not just about the song and the music. It's about how prepared you are and your team and how. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I understand what you're saying about the artists that aren't able to go to the finals and to be able to fight for a place at Eurovision. This year, I was one of the juries for the national selection here in Portugal. It's really unfair. We had like 660 songs. Wow. I mean, we only had the opportunity to choose 6.
Wow. But there's no really easy solution to all this, right? They're just not. You can't put all of the 600 songs up for voting. It just wouldn't work. It would be impossible.
Impossible.
But at the same time, like, yeah, all these shows, I really like Eurovision as it is for Eurovision. When the artist goes to like the big Eurovision stage, I kind of don't like the national things for one reason, is because it's just who spams more to vote for them. In a way, I like that there's like the jury part of the result. There's like the audience part. It's a mix. It's not just pure audience voting. I like that, but it's it's just who spams more. And if you're like famous in your country, you have much higher chances of getting, just because you're famous. I really hate that. But what I love about Eurovision is, if we send our top artist, right, the most famous one in the Eurovision stage, nobody would know who they are. It doesn't matter if you send the top artist or like a gardener. It's the same in Eurovision stage. And that's really, really cool from that perspective, that they actually are like, you know, as new, showing the world themselves. So that's really good. And at that point, it doesn't matter who spams more, because just the scale of it is so huge. But yeah, so it should be looked like that. It doesn't really matter if you're famous or not famous. On the Eurovision stage, you're all the same. Like, literally. Like in Latvia, we have Brainstorm, the band who got like 3rd place, I think, 2003. And they're the biggest band in Latvia. They have like sold out shows of 80,000 people, like all the time. And it's crazy. And they're famous, super famous here. If they went to Eurovision, nobody would know who they are.
Yeah, true.
And that's really, really cool. I think that's really good.
It's just a big,
it's just a big refresher. So for the people watching, your this video or this interview, really just think about the Eurovision stage. Like, okay, you know this artist and you know they're popular in your country, but on the Eurovision stage, it will not matter. Just think about that.
Yeah.
I talk a lot. I'm sorry.
A lot of things to think about. Yeah. True. Ricky.
All right. That's it. I'm done.
Was amazing. I'll put this
Fábio.
to you. I'll put this.
Go for it.
Everything.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Fábio. And have a fun time waiting for Eurovision.
You too.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Bye.